Hey guys, welcome to another Shenmue Dojo News Digest video. Today I'm really excited to be talking about Air Twister and the multi-platform release. It was announced in the early hours of Tuesday morning. Kudos to you guys who stayed up and saw that. I was fast asleep, so picked it up this morning. First and foremost, I wanted to sort of talk about where it's coming to, the release date, who's publishing it, what versions are going to be out there, some thoughts around how this might influence Shenmue 4, and essentially the rule of the story is to support Shenmue, buy this game because it's going into the coffers at WiseNet. Absolutely buy it. Right, so where's this going essentially? So announced in the early hours of Tuesday morning, Gamatsu announced that Air Twister would be coming to PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Switch, Steam PC and Xbox on November the 10th worldwide for everybody. And in that, they also gave us a new trailer of Air Twister. It's very much as it was from the Apple Arcade version. So 60 FPS if you're on a platform, on the Apple platform that was strong enough to run it at that resolution, 1080p 60 FPS. I expect that's what it's going to be on PlayStation, Switch, PC, etc. Obviously that's to be confirmed. It's being published by a firm called In Games. Now, I hadn't really heard of them before, but from talking to James, he tells me they are they use Strictly Limited to do the limited releases or physical releases of this game. So we are going to get a physical release of this. So in Japan, it will be on PlayStation and Switch with pre-orders opening on July the 4th. It'll be digital on other platforms, so PC and Xbox. And then we are going to get Western physicals, and it's a question I asked them actually. I'll bring it up on the web browser for you now. So I asked the question just down here, are you going to be doing Western physical releases? And I can't wait to throw the money at it. They came back to me and said, yes, more details will follow up very, very soon. So that confirms that we are going to get Western physical releases. I don't know what platforms yet. I'm presuming in line with the Japanese release. So you're looking at basically PlayStation and Switch. But we may get more as things go. I understand from Gamatsu that the West pre-orders are going to open on July the 18th. I'm presuming that's digital and physical. I don't know, but it's worth keeping an eye out all the same. What is it going to cost? I don't know. I mean, with a game like this, I'd anticipate it being sort of anything between probably £20 to £30, give or take, as a ballpark for your base edition. For your collector's editions, that might be 40, 50, depending on what they're thinking about doing for a collector's package or what variants of collector's packages there might be. There might well be more than one, essentially. So I'm really excited to have this thing come over. Obviously, it's been exclusive to Apple Arcade for a year, and to have it come across multi-platform is massive. Not just for WiseNet, because this is his first release outside of Shenmue for a very long time. It's why obviously Yu Suzuki, the arcade master, coming back to console with an arcade title. But think about the install base here. Just with Switch and PlayStation, you've got probably 200 to 300 million potential players here. Now, I'm not saying it's going to do 10, 20, 30 million sales, but this is the sort of title that could do particularly well, especially on Nintendo Switch, where it has that more retro type feel to it. So I'm really pleased to see this thing coming over. One thing I do want to show you before I sort of speculate a little bit on how this supports WiseNet in Shenmue 4 is I very quickly want to show you the In website. So they've got a very slick looking website here. They've got a press kit if anybody wants to download it. We've obviously got the assets from that already. It gives a little description of where it's coming, and also talks about its Apple Arcade release in 2022. It talks about Yu Suzuki and his arcade roots, essentially, which is fantastic to see. And then it talks about the inspiration going forward, a little bit about the story, then the stages, the creatures and characters, the soundtrack by Valencia, which is fantastic, guys, honestly. They were selling the CD soundtrack for Air Twister in Japan. I don't know if any more are still available. And it's got some screenshots here for you to have a look at your own leisure as well. One thing that I'm not too sure on is whether this will come with all the updates that were given to the Apple Arcade version, like Fluffy and all those other modes. I'm presuming it probably will, but I don't categorically know. That's probably worth thinking about going forward, and they may announce more details around that going forward. So coming into Shenmue 4, I guess, and the crux of this. How does it support WiseNet and Shenmue 4? Well, quite frankly, as I said at the top of the video, this will go into the coffers at WiseNet. So every copy sold will go to WiseNet. Obviously, the publisher will take a cut, but WiseNet will take a cut of the profits on this. So the more it sells, the more money they're going to have, which then means that they could potentially start looking at funding other games. Hashtag Shenmue 4 or hashtag Let's Get Shenmue 4 as we do on the 4th of every month. But you know that already. In terms of what it means for a Shenmue announcement, now, personal opinion here, just putting it out there, I don't think we'll get one this year. I think WiseNet are going to focus in on this, and getting this release right makes absolute sense. Make this a success, get your money, get that going, get that reputation going, and then let's see where we are potentially in the early part of the new year. Just surmising, just a guest part. I've got nothing to base that on. It's just something I wanted to bring up, guys. But to sort of close this down, yeah, I'm really excited to have this coming over everywhere. It's a great move. It's a fantastic idea from WiseNet. The game is awesome, and I really do think it can find its market, especially on Switch, where I think it probably lends itself more to that crowd. But guys, what do you think about the new trailer? What do you think about Air Twister? Are you going to be buying a copy? What sort of copy are you going to be buying? Give us a comment below, guys. Like, share, subscribe, usual places. You know where you can find us, and I'll be back with another video in the not too distant future. But for now, guys, take care. Have a good one.